Hey everybody, in this week's video, I want to tell you 3 things that I royally messed up in my business that cost me millions of dollars. I want to share these mistakes with you so that you do not make the same mistakes. Okay, so grab your pen and paper, and if you have not subscribed, please hit that bell today because that tells me and it tells YouTube that you like what I'm sharing, and I really appreciate it so much. It encourages me to keep going, so thank you.
Hey, you are watching Amanda Moxley TV, and this is the place for the hottest tips, tools, trainings, and how-tos. I'm so happy you're here, and I'll see you in the show.
The first thing that I did, the biggest thing that I did, that I really regret doing over these 15, 16 years of being an entrepreneur is this. Write this down. I am so sad and I regret considerably the fact that I did not celebrate my wins, my small wins and my big victories. I wish, and what I recommend is, now that I know this, I wish that I literally celebrated it publicly and to myself. And I really allowed that feeling of success, either small or large, really allowed that feeling to soak in and penetrate. And I really cultivated a deep sense of gratitude and appreciation for what I had accomplished. Doing this will allow you to lock in that feeling so that you know what it feels like, and it acts as a stepping stone to your next success. So the reason why people may not celebrate publicly or even privately is because of limiting beliefs and fears. Maybe you don't think you're good enough, or maybe you thought it was a fluke, or maybe you thought, I'm embarrassed, I can't really share this, what will people think? Whatever it is, you need to do your limiting belief work around that, and I have some videos about that. But you really want to look at what is blocking you from actually celebrating your success, and then make a decision to literally celebrate it. Do something, and the next big thing that you have on your goals that you want to accomplish, plan your celebration now. How will you celebrate that next win? Give yourself that celebration, give yourself that acknowledgement, and that will be the stepping stone to your next success. Okay, let's do it together and allow yourself to receive that joy of that moment. I know it sounds like such a small thing, but I'm telling you that I had so many successes in my past where I then thought they weren't enough, which then brings me to my next point. My next mistake that I really, really regret is comparing myself to others. I compared myself to others. And I remember coaching with one of my first coaches, Karen Noller from the UK. I remember her saying, okay, you're in the middle of a race right now, and you're looking around to see where everyone else is racing. And instead, you need to stay hell-bent on that goal for yourself. And I see this a lot in beginning entrepreneurs, is that you come up on the stage and you're feeling really intimidated by other people's success and you're beating yourself up. This is all about your ego. So your ego is not your amigo. Leave your ego at the door, okay? And check yourself before you wreck yourself. And literally, I really wish that I would have just stayed in my lane and stayed focused and stayed centered and really just went for the gold and just visualized what it was that I wanted, celebrated my successes, really saw myself, acknowledged myself, and then kept pushing myself to go further. So the second thing that I really recommend is stop comparing yourself. Compare and despair. Compare is a thief of all joy. Do not compare yourself anymore to anyone else, because nobody is you. You are the only one that is you, and that's all that matters. People are looking for you in your own special sauce. So be you and make bank. The third biggest mistake that I regret and that lost me millions of dollars is that I was afraid of technology. Maybe you guys can relate. Give me a comment below if you can relate to this tech fear. And if not, I love it that you are fearless and bold in your tech. So I remember I was working with a mentor and I was learning how to do Facebook ads. And the mentor said to me, she said, Amanda, you're actually really smart and you're not giving yourself credit. You're not giving yourself credit for how smart you really are. And I know you can do this. This is not that hard. And I made tech really big and really scary. And everything always comes down to some childhood wound, right? So for me in math, I wasn't very strong in my math classes as a kid. And so I always have felt inadequate with math. And so I was scared of technology. And that was a fear. So what I did instead is I hired out a lot of support and spent a lot of money on people to solve these problems for me, which I'm very grateful for those people. However, I allowed this fear to block me, when if you really face your fear and you learn it, it can be done very simply, and it's really, really not that hard. That's probably why a lot of these tech jobs you're only paying someone between $20 to $30, maybe even $10 if you're going offshore to do these things. So do not be afraid of tech. Face your tech fears and learn it, and it will empower you and it will embolden you. I'm going to give you a fourth regret that I have, and that is I held on to relationships, and I held on to team members, and I held on to situations way past their expiration date. I held on, and instead of listening to, hey, I need to let that relationship go, I need to let go of that team member, I need to let go, I held on because I am fiercely loyal, and that cost me energy, and that energy then cost me millions of dollars as well. So I want you to think about where you want to go. I hope these 4 tips have helped you, because that is what I want for you. I want you to win, and I want you to succeed. And the best thing you can do is learn from people who are ahead of you. And when you learn from them and you actually lock in your vision and you go for your goals, you will be at your destination a lot faster. And so if you like this YouTube video, give it a comment, give it a share, and join me over at the Moxley Method Speaker Society over on Facebook, and follow me. Hello, let's be friends on Instagram. I love it there. Amanda J. Moxley on Instagram. So I'm cheering you on for your success. Remember, you have one business. If I were to do it all over again, here's what I would do. I would literally go for the gold. I would act like failure is not an option. I would really go for it. Push yourself 100%. Sometimes I wish, I was like, if I could just start over. I'm like, envious, not really, but I'm envious of people who are just starting out, because if you go for it and you do not quit and you take bold steps and you take leaps and you learn along the way, you will be so far ahead of yourself. 1 year from now, you won't even recognize how far ahead you are, because you'll be so proud of how far you've come. So celebrate the wins and celebrate with me over in the Moxley Method Speaker Society and here on this page. Thanks for watching, and as always, you guys, JFDI, take action on what you learned today. Bye.
Do you want to grow a successful business as a speaker? All you have to do is go to amandamoxley.com/training, and I'm going to share with you my entire Moxley method, my mindset, the strategy, the structure, and the system behind my consistent multiple 6-figure business. All you have to do is go to amandamoxley.com/training and sign up today.